What's up, guys? Paulie Malignaggi here. This episode of Paulie TV is brought to you by the Boxing Showtimes app. You'll never miss another fight. You'll never not know what time it's on. You'll never not know what network it's on. And you'll never not know what bar is showing it in your area. I know a lot of us want to watch the fights at the bars or among people, among fans. Well, this app gives you the whole schedule, the network, and also gives you a list of bars and businesses that are showing the fight that you might be looking for. So you can go to this establishment and watch it among fight fans if you'd like. What's up, guys? Paulie Malignaggi here for Paulie TV on the Brooklyn Stoop. Myself, Tyson, the puggle. He's around here chilling out. I don't know what he's sniffing. His nose is shaking or sniffing around for something. I don't know. So he's got some nice flowers next to him. Maybe he likes the way the flowers smell. Nonetheless, today we're going to discuss my top 5 opponents, not as far as the kind of fights they gave me, but I was just in the Hall of Fame, so I got to thinking, who were the 5 opponents that I fought that had the best careers, right? That had the most notable careers. You know, I fought some very big names in my career, but who were the 5 opponents that not so much head-to-head were most difficult? Who had we got the ambulance. Hey, it's the Brooklyn Stoop, bro. You know, we got random stuff going on. We got the ambulance going on over here. Hopefully, whoever they're carrying or going to carry is okay, but that's the Brooklyn Stoop for you. You get random stuff. You got Tyson the dog, you got the ambulance, you know, whatever. Here we are. And you might even get some raindrops in a second. It's getting cloudy. So what was I saying? Top 5 opponents. Yeah, so, I don't know, this is sort of a topic of discussion, especially for somebody like me who fought a lot of top guys. You rank them based on the careers they had. The top 5 guys that I fought in my career, based on the top 5 careers that they had. And I fought some very, very good fighters, right? So it's sort of hard to pick out just 5 because, you know, the criteria is a little bit different. And, of course, it's very subjective matter. I still rank Cotto my number 1 opponent, even in this regard. He won world titles in 3 different weight classes. I've always said he's the best opponent I fought. But under this criteria, you know, the subjectivity could change. Having said that, I think he's the only 3-division world champion that I fought in my career. 140 pounds was his first world title. He ended up winning world titles in 3 major world titles in 3 different weight classes. So I do believe that he probably still stands as the number 1 guy at the weight class. Number 2, it starts to get a little trickier now because everybody else is sort of jumbled up, right? And some very good fighters. My head wants to tell me Zeb Judah because he was the undisputed welterweight champion at one time. He also won various single major world titles, both at welterweight and at super lightweight at different times in his career. He's won so many world titles that it's hard to even count them, right? So I'd say Zeb Judah, as far as accomplishments are concerned, would probably go as the number 2 guy on my career opponents. The list of opponents, top 5 career opponents that I fought when we based it off of the criteria of what kind of career they had. Number 3, it starts to get a little closer, right? I'm thinking Danny Garcia, 2-weight division world champion, and we got more trucks going on. Hey, it's the Brooklyn Stoop. He was a unified champion. I think he was WBA and WBC world champion at 140 pounds. Had some very good wins at 140 pounds and some very good wins at 147 pounds. I think you know, he's been a major world champion at welterweight in the welterweight division as well. So I think I'd probably put Danny Garcia as number 3 when it comes to, again, overall career accomplishments of the opponents that have fought me.
If you're a boxing fan and never want to miss a fight, Boxing Showtimes is the app you need. This is a professional boxing schedule in your pocket that keeps you up to date on what's going on in the world of boxing. Download now.
Number 4, I'm probably going to go with, again, these are all tough situations, and I'd love to know what you guys think of this as well, because, again, under this particular criteria, it gets even more tricky, right? I think Juan Diaz would probably go as number 4. He was the unified lightweight champion. He had actually, I think he had 3 of the 4 major world titles at lightweight. He had some very big wins in the lightweight division. I fought him at a catch weight. I think we fought at 138 pounds the first time, and then 138, 138 and a half, and then 139 and a half, 139 pounds the second time. Because he was trying to move up, but he wasn't sure if he was going to, so they made me come down to a catch weight. But at lightweight, he'd done a lot of damage and stopped some good fighters like Acelino Freitas, Julio Diaz, beaten Michael Kitsidis. And you know, you guys could go box rec him as well, because for the new generation, you guys might not be familiar with Juan Diaz. He actually retired early in his early 30s. Fought a terrific war with Juan Marquez as well. I think as far as he was a unified champion. As far as a list of accomplishments, had a really stellar career at lightweight, where he unified a lot of titles and fought a lot of good fighters. So I'd say as far as accomplishments are concerned, we might go with Juan Diaz at number 4 in that regard, under the criteria we're discussing things. Number 5 is the trickiest one, man, because again, every single one gets a little harder, right? So number 5 is interesting because I'd say, okay, Amir Khan won multiple world titles at 140 pounds. But Sean Porter did some real good damage at 147 pounds, but he didn't unify. He didn't win multiple weight world titles. But he still had a very good career in the welterweight division. But again, under this criteria, would you say that Amir has basically more on his resume as far as you know, what he accomplished? More world titles, and he's a one-division world champion, because I don't think Amir held a welterweight title. I think he won like a silver title, but I don't think he held a major world title at welterweight. But still, nonetheless, he had some good wins. And hey man, a lot of people are in trouble today. What are we gonna do? A lot of ambulances and a lot of sirens going on here in Brooklyn today. Tyson's totally unflinching, totally chilling. That's what happens at his age. When you're a vet of his age, 9 years old, you're good. Nothing bothers you. He's chilling. He's gotta lose some weight though. You know, otherwise he's gonna get arthritic on me. This old guy. Nonetheless, I think we're gonna slightly hedge it to Amir based on 2 division world titles, with respect to Sean Porter, who probably, you know, devastated me a lot worse than Amir did. Although stylistically speaking, Amir was such a nightmare for me. I mean, I'm a boxer, a full-fledged boxer, not a puncher at all, and I just could not box this guy. Couldn't get his timing down at all. When it came to Sean, I couldn't box him because he was physically strong. He just pushed his way in. I'm gonna go with Amir, but again, it's the difficulty of this list is in really in my resume overall, right? That I've fought a lot of tough guys in my career, a lot of very good fighters. And who knows? One of my opponents just recently got in the Hall of Fame over the past weekend, which was Miguel Cotto. Do any of these other opponents that I mentioned have a chance to get in the Hall of Fame? You know, I think I fought some terrific fighters in my career. Some I won against, many I lost against. But that's my top 5 list. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think of this list and who you might interchange. Again, the criteria we're looking for is based on the kind of career they had when it was all said and done. For some guys, I don't think it's said and done yet. Guys like Danny Garcia, right?
What about Hatton?
Hatton, oh yeah. Hatton also comes into mind, two-weight world champion as well. He's another guy that you probably have to mention as right on that edge with Sean and Amir. Again, you know, it's very, very difficult here because you know, I feel like Hatton is more loved in England. He's very, very popular. Head to head, though, I feel like Amir was a better fighter, being that I fought both of them. But who knows? You know, stylistically, maybe it would have went in Hatton's favor if they fought. I don't know. You know, I just felt like, having been in the ring with both of them, Amir was a more skillful fighter and just so fast. I mean, he's so fast. But maybe Hatton would have pushed his way inside on him, you know, and Amir didn't take a great punch once he got inside on him. Would have been interesting. Would have been an interesting fight and would have sold out a stadium in England if they would have been in the same generation. Nonetheless, Hatton is also up there. Again, this is the difficulty of the resume and the list of opponents that I fought in my career. It's tough. It's tough to just manage all of them. And again, most of them are retired, but Hatton is coming back soon in an exhibition fight against Marco Antonio Barrera. Check that out, July 2nd. I actually got offered to fight the co-main event against ex-UFC fighter Dan Hardy. I turned it down. Listen, I'm trying not to fight again, you know, or even do these exhibitions, because what happens when you end up doing these exhibitions, you end up coming back and coming back and coming back, and you never get out of it. And you know what? I'm trying to lock down my outside the ring work, which I love what I do, and I love even doing this stuff for the channel with you guys. Let me know what you think. You know, it's a very subjective list, and don't get mad, you know, because I really, you know, this is based. It also could be based on my mood right now. The way I feel, that's my list. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'll feel a little bit different. You know, it's a very subjective list, and that's just how subjective it is. Many of you might agree. Most of you might disagree as far as even the order of the list. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Paulie Malignaggi for Paulie TV from the Brooklyn Stoop with Tyson the Puggle.
If If you're a boxing fan and never want to miss a fight, Boxing Showtimes is the app you need. This is a professional boxing schedule in your pocket that keeps you up to date on what's going on in the world of boxing. Enjoy watching fights in a bar, sipping a cold one? We got you. An interactive map with your local boxing bars is available to you at any time. And that's not everything. Set reminders, buy tickets, watch official highlights, get boxing news, and so much more. Download now. Thank us later.